Hey everyone! When I was trying to figure out the recent changes to Amazon SageMaker, I came out here to the home page and I noticed that it was under Analytics, which I thought was weird because I've always used SageMaker for machine learning, but I was prompted to go to SageMaker AI and I thought, okay, cool, that must just be the new name of the expanded version. It's under machine learning though, and then if I go to Unified Studio, we're back to Analytics. There's mention of DataZone down here. So what is going on? I was a little bit confused, and if you're in the same boat, then this video is for you. I'll break down some of the name changes, the consolidations, the enhancements that we have in the SageMaker space. So first, how did we get here? In the good old days, we had SageMaker, and this service has been around for many years. It's the core service for machine learning in AWS. The UI for it is SageMaker Studio, which you can actually still get to, but this is all about machine learning. So you've got your compute, you've got data with features like Data Wrangler and Feature Store, your actual models, your deployments to do inference, and so on. There are also some other products, one called Canvas, which is no code or low code, more for analysts. And then Studio Lab you could actually run for free. But again, it was all about machine learning, so building, training, deploying models to detect credit card fraud, customer churn, whatever your use case was. Then we have this huge pillar here of data and analytics, lots of services, Redshift, Athena, EMR, Glue, and so on. And several different UIs for these as well. So there's EMR Studio, Glue Studio, within the AWS console, many other service-specific places you could go to, and lots of different use cases here, basically anything around extracting, transforming, loading, querying your data, even doing BI reporting with services like QuickSight. Then we have kind of the new kid on the block with Generative AI, and the core service here is Bedrock. For the UI, there are some playgrounds out under Bedrock in the console, one for chat and text, one for video and images, and then there's also Bedrock Studio, where you can create different workspaces, but you'll notice the message up here that Bedrock Studio has been renamed to Amazon Bedrock IDE, and is available in the SageMaker Unified Studio, which is the perfect segue to where we are today. So those three main pillars that we saw on the last slide, ML, data and analytics, and Gen AI, those have all been rolled under the SageMaker umbrella now, with a more detailed breakdown here. I think, at least for me, the most confusing thing was the change of SageMaker to SageMaker AI. I kind of thought that SageMaker AI was the umbrella service now, where it's actually just a subset of SageMaker. It's the ML piece for model development. But the single development environment for all of this now is SageMaker Unified Studio, which you'll see here. So kind of a similar color scheme to the classic SageMaker Studio, but different. Up here we have Discover, where you can get to your data and model catalog. We've got generative AI functionality, lots of different things that you can build here, and then the governance piece. To get to the generative AI playground or the Bedrock IDE, we can just come in here, and you'll see it's very similar to what we had back in the Bedrock part of the console before. So Unified Studio is the one development environment now. As of right now, you can still use the other ones standalone, like EMR Studio, Glue Studio, SageMaker Studio Classic, and so on. I don't know if the plan is to eventually phase those out, but as of right now, they are still there. These three on the far right, though, these are still in the coming soon category. These haven't been fully integrated yet into Unified Studio, as of today at least. But then sitting under all of this, we've got data and AI governance, which is called the SageMaker Catalog, built on DataZone. In fact, if you go out to SageMaker in the AWS console, you'll notice up here in the URL that it goes to /DataZone, not /SageMaker. DataZone is a data management service at AWS. It's been around for a little while. It has now been integrated into SageMaker, but you can still use it standalone if you need to. You'll see some additional instructions down here for that. But to get started with the new SageMaker and Unified Studio, you'll first need to create a Unified Studio domain, I won't go through all of this, but when you create a domain, it will set up various services and configure them for you. You'll see some examples here. Data analytics, we've got things around Amazon Q, IAM, the Identity Center. If you go with the manual setup, you'll get more control over those configurations. But just select your setup. You will need to say which VPC this should sit in. Either create your own or choose an existing one. And say create domain. This will take a few minutes, but I've already got one, so let me just show you mine here. Under Domains in SageMaker, you can just come down to the domain that you've created and then open Unified Studio. So that's how you'll get to the new UI, but I did just want to mention that DataZone piece in case that's new to you. Back to the slides one more time. The data layer sitting under all of this is called Lakehouse, which is basically shared storage and a shared data catalog that can be accessed by these various tools and services that are under the SageMaker umbrella now. So that is super high level, but I hope you found it helpful to understand some of the name changes and how things have been consolidated, how they fit together. If you like that, give me a big thumbs up on the video so YouTube knows to share it. And if you want me to do some hands-on tutorials, then just let me know below in the comments. If you are going to play around with this on your own, though, then make sure you check out the SageMaker pricing page. I will link this below in the description. But there are various ways you can be charged for this service, although there is a free tier as well. That'll be good to understand. So just check this out if you decide to do any hands-on. All right, that does it for me. Thanks so much for watching.